Now for the track guide. Before starting, if you want to improve at a quicker pace, check out GitGUDracing.com. I just released a GT3 specific course. So if you want to get better in GT3 cars, definitely have to check it out. Now going into the track guide itself, turn 1, make sure you're using all the space here. Left tires can be on the curb, the white and red. You want to open up the radius as much as you can, not necessarily because you can't take that corner flat, but because you will use more steering if you're not using this space and you will overheat the tire. So make sure you're turning from this angle, taking this one flat initially and then doing a lift in the middle part of it, putting the throttle back up. You want to be in the center right part of the track. You don't want to be completely on the curb on the right side because that's going to put you in an awkward position for the next corner. Because this one, you just want to cut it completely, stay in 5th gear, let the rev limiter hit. And then when you're past this curb, you're going to be braking. Don't brake that hard initially. We just want to shift a little bit of weight on the front tires, but then you're going to be transitioning to low percent trail braking in 4th gear, apexing here first around the beginning of this green color near the white line. And you're treating this as a double apex, V-shaped line, pushing the car wide. When the car gets closer to the white line on the left side, you're still trail braking. You see how long we trail brake in low percentages. Then you're going to be turning in 3rd gear and pushing the throttle back out. So you're going to meet your second apex at the ending of the green on the right side. What I mean the green, it's that painted green near the white line. So this is where you want to clip it. And of course, you're going to be using all this space here. And now it's just a big straight. So it's super important to get early on the gas. And this was done with the fixed setup. But if you want to get even faster running the open series, then I highly encourage to check Go Setups out. They have amazing setups and we also have a 10% discount code. Now going into the hairpin, reference for braking is before the white line that leads to the 100-meter board. So slightly before it, you're going to be applying the brakes. You're going to be braking in a straight line. So make sure you're not dropping the brakes very quickly. Keep your steering wheel straight. You can put the car a little bit towards the left side, a micro adjustment with the steering so that you're opening the corner up even more. You have to be in 1st gear before you're committing to the turn because you don't want to get the engine braking while you're still turning. That can make the rears unstable, and you need the rear in good temperature and in good conditions because the rear tires will thrust you forward on the exit of this hairpin. Now in terms of the line itself, you need to clip the curb at the apex and you need to add a lot of steering. Look what we're doing, a lot of steering here. So make sure you're going past 180 degrees and then pushing the throttle aggressively so that you're getting some rotation from the throttle itself. It's okay if the TC flashes, it's okay, because we will gain more time by being early on the gas. Now here we're just shortening the distance. We're positioning the car so we have the right tires on the white line, using everything here. Actually the lefts are almost clipping the grass. We're braking before this white line in 5th gear and we start to turn. Now our vision is on this yellow part of the curb because we want to cut it completely just like this. So trust the suspension of the car. The moment that you're preparing for the impact, that's the moment that you press the throttle so that the rears have some grip so that they can handle better this curb cutting. Now the car will land. When the car is landing, don't force too much steering wheel. Keep the steering wheel almost center, and then after the car lands and it's stable again, then steer aggressively. That's exactly what we're doing. Cut this curb here in the middle of the car, and now you'll be arriving on the right side. Reference for braking will be before the ending of this white and red curb. So right now we're applying the brakes, and this is a super long corner. You need a very late apex. So what we're doing is we're pushing the car, you see, in the center of the track in 2nd gear. And now with your vision, you should be following this white line because you want to commit to the turn when you start seeing the white and red curve. Like right now, you're going to be committing from low percent trail braking to more steering. So more steering because you want to cut the curb eventually and push the throttle a bit earlier, but you want to cut the curb close to its ending. So you need a late apex. It's in a way a double apex approach, not exactly double apex, more like a V-shaped line approach where the last apex is very late. This is going to allow you to be early, confident on the throttle, and you're going to be gaining a lot of time on this sequence right here. Now for the next corner, the reference for initial braking will be slightly before this white line on the left side. You're going to be braking in a straight line, and at the white line, you're going to be turning into the corner. So because this is a blind corner, the white line is our reference for turning in 4th gear. Do most of the heavy braking before turning in. So you're going to be braking before the white line, in a straight line, at the white line, turning in fourth gear, very close to this curb, mounting the yellow sausage, letting the car land, and now steering aggressively after the car lands. Take this curb in the middle of the car. Now there's going to be two different lines here. The first line is pushing more speed, getting close to the white line on the right side, and then braking diagonally in the last corner. What we're doing here instead, which is easier on the tires, is pushing a bit less speed here, and now the car is already positioned for the braking. So this will conserve tires a little bit more, and it's still fast. Now, reference for braking around here is going to be past the curb. So when you're straightening up the steering, that's the moment when you actually want to brake. And if you're going to have the same timing, that's going to be at the curb or slightly past the curb. You're going to be braking a little diagonal so that you're mounting this curb in second gear, and then you're going to be turning with low percent rail braking, 10-11% on the brakes. Now pushing the throttle very, very aggressively. We cover all these things in the GT3 course, so I highly encourage you to check it out at least. If you're a beginner or intermediate, it's going to help you a lot. Getting this rotation from low percent rail braking, it's not an easy thing to do, but we have some drills to help you with that. Now, going into the last part of the lap, reference for braking is the 100-meter board. At the 100, you're going to be braking in a straight line. This last section is going to be very tricky. You need to use the curbs a lot. So in second gear, cut this curb, but don't cut it completely on the yellow sausage curb, because it will bounce the car forward and you might end up very close to the gravel. So instead, we need to control the speed. When you reach this curb, and you're looking at the apex right now, you're going to be turning with low percent rail braking, like 5%, and then pressing the throttle when the car is already pointing. Pressing it very confidently, because we need to mount all these curbs just like that. But you have to be careful with the steering, because look what happens here. You see a lot of bounciness. So you should be using the minimum amount of steering angle, because otherwise the car can actually spin or you will scrap too much speed. But anyways, this is the lap. Hope you like it. Hope you enjoy it. If you want to improve at a quicker pace, GitGUDRacing.com, go setups, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next one. Bye bye.